Decision to also touch upon his caste, again something that we don't talk about in mainstream, because caste in itself is a very no-go place in mainstream cinema, because filmmakers are like, will people accept it, or do we really need to go there? But you kind of make it so apparent, and time and again, which I again felt was for someone who didn't know Chamkila very well, and I got to know him through your film. I didn't know that he came from an underprivileged, lesser privileged caste, and I felt that, kudos that you brought it, and how important that identity is to him.
Yeah, I feel that, you see, all of us who live in cities and are disconnected from the masses in a village, we are unrecognizing, we are de-recognizing the larger part of our country, What moves them, what their problems are, what their disadvantages are, what is important to them. How can we not look at that? Are we going to try to fool ourselves to think that everybody in this country actually sits in places like this and talks in English? No. At some point of time, filmmakers will have to be allowed to reach across and talk about the real things in this country. I'm not saying that Chamkila is a very bold film. I don't think it is. But I feel that I'm happy that you noted the fact that there is a certain mention of the disadvantaged background that Chamkila came from. Because obviously, if I'm making a film on Chamkila's life, I have to show his biggest disadvantage. People are so judgmental about class, and race and these kind of things. In order to denounce it, you must not pretend it doesn't exist.
And I especially love that scene between the police officer and, when the story is being told by one of Chamkila's associates, and he's like, after that journalist interviews Chamkila, and he's like, वो उनके बारे में लिखना शुरू कर दिया कि हाँ वो वल्गर गाने बनाते थे, and the officer is like, गलत क्या बोल रहा है?
जो कि सारा सही है.
सारा सही है. तो I also felt that, for you as a writer and filmmaker to bring that, to remind the audience that the other perspective and the fact is this. Again, something that you could have not done it if you really are telling the story of this person. वो जो sympathy होती है to a person, you are reminded कि I am sympathetic to this person, but see the person opposing him also has a point. So you're also reminding me as an audience, and I kind of take it as a risk. Did you look at it as a risk?
I thought it was interesting. And I'm glad you noted that, because there are many places where you say something which is so anticlimactic. It's like, we are rooting for Chamkila. Here you're saying that he used to sing bad songs, double meaning songs. And the narrative of the film is only saying it.
Yeah.
But the point was also that, let's get on with it. Okay, he was singing double meaning songs. You can judge him. But let's go beyond this. Let's not fight about was he right or wrong. Prototypically, let's move to that field which is beyond right or wrong. Let's discuss about what he loved. In order to reach that, you've got to go past judgment. ठीक है, आप बोलते हो मैं गलत हूँ. चलो मैं गलत हूँ. Now let's talk about what really moves my heart. That becomes a bigger discussion. Otherwise, it's a squabble.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.